Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new battle report on Age of Sigmar. This is the second game on the tournament that I played in the Games Workshop store on the 30th of July. It was 1,500 points, and this time I play with my Stormcast Eternals against the Skavens. So just as a reminder, my list is the Lord Celestan on Stardrake, Lord Castellan on Lord Relictor, 3 units of 5 Liberators, 2 units of 5 Judicators, and a unit of 3 Prosecutors with Javelins. And my opponent was playing Skavens. It was a combination of different clans. We have the Glacier, the Vermin Lord Corruptor, the Plague Furnace, Lord Squalk, 30 Plague Mons, 30 Clan Rats, the Plague Claw, another Plague Claw, the Rattling Gun Weapon, and the Poisoned Wind Mortar team. And this time we were playing Escalation. Is the scenario that you have to deploy in diagonal. You put 3 objectives and you win 1 point each time that you are holding one objective. So it's important to start holding objectives from the beginning of the battle. As well, the deployment is quite different. So you have to divide your army in 3 blocks. The first block have to contain battle lines. So first you have to put as many battle lines as you can until you don't have more battle lines. As my army is composed of 9 units, I divide in 3 blocks of 3 units, and I have to start with the battle line. So I will start deploying 1 unit of Liberators and 2 units of Judicators. My opponent had 10 units, and in that case, first you divide by 3 and you round up. So 10 divided by 3 is 3 point something. Round up is 4, so you have 4, 4, and 2. So this is how it's playing in the rules. Let's go to the first turn. As I have less units, I have 3, and I start deploying because I win the initiative. I finish first, and I decide to have the first turn. So, and this is how it was looking like. And you see here in the picture, you can see the 3 blue dices are the 3 objectives, 1 in the left, 1 in the middle, and 1 in the right, was in the diagonal. I decide to deploy my Liberators very close to the middle objective, and as well as the Judicators. I put all my units in the middle, just 12 inches from the enemy deployment zone. And in my first turn, I advance with the Liberators. I want to try to hold this middle objective if it's possible the first turn, and shoot as much as I can to the Skavens. I think this escalation is not. I thought that was not helping me a lot because I have to keep my Stardrake at least until the second turn. But having the 10 Judicators and be able to shoot the Plague Monks, maybe it's a good idea. So I did a lot of shooting. I shoot everything on the Plague Monks, and between the kills and the roll on the leadership, as you can see, I really disseminate the unit of Plague Monks. There were 30 Plague Monks, and now there is about less than 10. So very happy how the first turn went. I just moved the Liberators close to the middle objective, and yeah, this 5 Liberators will need to deal with the 30 Clan Rats. So let's see, he spread a lot the unit, so I expect if I keep my guys compact, I can minimize the attacks back. The Clan Rats have shields, so they also have armor save 4+ against my Liberators. This is just a picture before we go to the Skaven turn. And we go to the turn 1 for the Skavens. And yeah, they start using an ability they have with the Plague Monks. I think was one of the formations, and before moving he can make a shooting, like an action with the Plague Claw, and he dropped the Plague Claw onto my Judicators, and I think he missed the shooting, so also quite lucky there. You see here, and then he, in the movement, he just moved back the Plague Monks. He realized that the Plague Monks are armor killed. They don't have a lot. I was scary because the plague monsters have 4 attacks each, if I'm not wrong, something like that. They had a lot of banners and everything, all the grades, so they can do a lot of attacks. This is why I decided to focus on the plague monsters before the clan rats. And as you can see, the clan rats also move forward, very spread. Okay, try to go into the objective. You have to be 6 inches from this blue die to be able to hold the objectives, and no enemies have to be there. So the army that have more miniatures at 6 inches from this blue die is the one that is controlling the objective. So I need to try to stop the clan rats. Now they only have one model within 6 units of this blue die. So if I can move forward and avoid that they keep advancing, I can try to put more miniatures than him on this die, this objective. And this is at the end of the turn, so they really did not too many damage to me. And yeah, we go to the turn 2, and I won the initiative again. So in this second turn, I had to come with the other 2 units of 5 liberators, and I decide to come also with the Stardrake. I move one of the units of the liberators rarely to hold the objective at my left flank, and the other unit of liberators very far on my right flank to hold the other objective. Also, the Stardrake is supporting the liberators there, and I try to charge the furnace. The plague furnace, to see if I managed to move at 3 inches from the plague furnace. In the middle, as you can see, the adjudicators just move ahead to be within the range of the objective, and I move the liberators to deal with the clan rats, and most of the clan rats are going to be out of the range because just one clan rat is within this the range of the objective. So my plan is try to score as many points as I can from turn 2. In the turn 1 we did not score any point because we had everybody 1 miniature within the range of the middle objective, so there were no points in that moment. And let's see if I can hold the objective until the end of the turn 2. The Stardrake failed to do the assault on the plague furnace. I roll a double 1, but the liberators, as you can see in the pictures, they reach the plague mons, and now we have to do the combat. He's just moving, consolidating. I think I kill a couple of clan rats, and maybe he did 1 wound to me. Liberators doesn't have a lot of punch, but they are quite resilient. In the shooting phase, I forgot to mention, but in the shooting phase, the adjudicators finish the unit of plague monks, so no more plague monks from my opponent's side. I just wanted to finalize this unit in the shooting phase, and I think I did. I don't know if I did any other thing. I think mainly I shoot to the plague monks and obliterate them from the battlefield. Here you see the piling movement. The clan rats are piling on the liberators. And yeah, they just hold in position. But this was the objective. I was not expecting liberators to kill the clan rats. I just was expecting them to get engaged with the clan rats and hold in position. The other thing is important is that this terrain is a 5, so it's the one that if you roll a 1, you cannot do any action, and if you roll 2 or plus, then you repeat the rolls to wound. I am at more of 3 inches of this terrain, but the clan rats are within the terrain, so they will need to roll every turn. And here you see the combat, and at the end, I don't know if he did a wound to me, and I managed to kill a couple of clan rats. This is at the end of the turn, and yeah, at this moment I'm controlling the 3 objectives. We go to the turn 2 of the Skaven, and he can put again 4 units more on the battlefield. So he decided to introduce was another Plague Claw. He come with a Vermin Lord and also a Skulk, and I don't remember now what was and a Glacier. So yeah, we have the special character Skvolk, Glacier, Vermin Lord, and another Plague Claw. He's keeping the two weapon teams to be deployed in the last turn. Yeah, at the beginning he was hesitating if to deploy the rattling gun instead of the Glacier, but he decided to deploy the Glacier. In the shooting, this time he was more lucky and he managed to kill two of my Liberators with one of the Plague Claws. And also he did mortal wounds on my Stardrake. I think was one of the, I don't know if it was one during the hero phase, but he did 4 mortal wounds on my hero phase. And he assault with the Plague Furnace onto the Stardrake. Here we see the assault of the Plague Furnace, and yeah, with that movement, I will be holding the 3 objectives, so I will do 3 points if I don't have any problem. So you see Plague Furnace just in contact with the Stardrake. He played quite conservative with the Glacier and the Vermin Lord, keeping them at the backward. Here we have also the combat, and he was quite unlucky with the Clan Rats. He rolled a 1, so the Clan Rats cannot attack me, so I can attack them for free because we are in close combat. And they will not be able to do any action. And here we see the other unit of Liberators that is holding the objective that is next to this crater. And this unit of Liberators will be here idle until if they don't, at least holding this objective and giving me 1 point every turn if they don't have any enemy to deal with. Here we have the Judicators, and I think this is before the shooting. Here another picture of my Liberators controlling the objective. Here the combat, and you can see the combat. I managed to do a lot of wounds on the Plague Furnace, and the Plague Furnace only have 3 wounds remaining. So yeah, the Stardrake I was quite lucky, and I managed to dish a lot of wounds on the Plague Furnace. And I lost, I'm counting the wounds, I just lost 4 wounds on my Stardrake. So quite happy on the result here. And yeah, I will be in close combat next turn, but at least I will have I will have the points of the objective, and I think the Stardrake will finish the Plague Furnace without issues. And here we have the Vermin Lord that just came, but he decided not to move it too aggressively. And we go to the turn 3, and again I win the initiative, what was quite good. So this time the Lord Castellan, the Lord Relictor, and the Prosecutors came, and I decided to overload my right flank. So I put the Lord Castellan and the Lord Relictor, no, how it's called, the Relictor, and they were and the Lord Relictor was in range to be able to use the power from the power he have, and I recovered 2 of the wounds of the Stardrake. So the Stardrake is now at 12, at 40 wounds, only 2 wounds lost. This was pictured at the end of the turn. As you can see here, we've seen this picture also that I lost 2 of the Judicators in the previous turn. And at the end of the turn, I did some shooting. The shooting did some random wounds everywhere. Not too spectacular, my shooting this time. You can see the Liberators are still engaged with the Clan Rats. Here we have another overview. This was the overview really at the end of my turn 3. I forgot to do pictures during the turn. But just summarizing, I did the shooting on, if I'm not wrong, on the characters, try to kill the different characters. He saved the wounds on Skvolk. And then, in the combat phase, the Liberators just get called with the Clan Rats, and the Stardrake finish the work with the Plague Furnace. Here we see another view. These Liberators, they were completely alone and holding one of the objectives. And yeah, here the point is because in the turn 1 I managed in turn 1 and 2 I managed to move ahead. I'm blocking him from being able to score on the objective because this was my main problem. So I want to remove as many meters as I can because you need more meters than your opponent to score the objective. So when you're playing against armies that can have a lot of miniatures like the Skavens, yeah, and with the Stormcast you have to reduce the numbers very fast. If not, you cannot score the points. Or you have to block your enemy in his deployment zone, as I did with the clan rats, to avoid that he can score points against you. So here we see how I'm holding the objective in the middle. And there is the picture that the Starbake just finalized the war with the Plague Furnace. The Lord Castellan and the Lord Relictor are just behind the Starbake at good distance to be able to use the powers against on the Starbake and give wounds or increase the armor save. I also use the prosecutors to hold the prosecutors and liberators to hold this objective in my right. So I will always keep miniatures at 6 inches from the objective to try to keep scoring the points. Here we see more. This is the flank that is I doesn't decide to overload. And with that, we go to the turn 3 for the Skavens. Yeah, if he's not doing something strange, I will score 3 points more this turn. So yeah, the first thing is he's deploying the two weapon teams. One is the mortar and the other one is the rattling gun. The rattling gun, he decided to put it in front of my Starbake, where I have the prosecutors and the liberators. And the mortar just went in, as you can see behind the clan rats, try to kill the liberators or the judicators. And yeah, as you can see, this time he decided to move very aggressively with the Vermin Lord, trying to kill my judicators. My judicators weren't doing quite some important damage to him. So he decided to charge the unit of 5 liberators. Do the attacks there. I think he killed 3 of the liberators with the Vermin Lord, and then in return, I don't know if I did one wound. And the shooting, as you can see, between the shooting and the power of the different powers of the how it's called is the Vermin Lord, because the Vermin Lord used the shooting against my liberators. Within that and the shooting, he managed to kill 3 of my liberators. So now my liberators are in disadvantage against the clan rats. So yeah, there he's trying to recover the middle, in the center of the battlefield. And this was just at the end. So between all the shooting and the attacks, he killed 3 of my liberators in the middle. He killed some of my judicators, and I think he put 2 wounds or 3 wounds on my Starbake. As you can see, these guys are still holding the objective. I'm still holding the objective in the middle as well, because I have more liberators and he only has 2 miniatures and I have more than him. So, and I'm holding this objective. So I keep winning 3 points this turn, so we go 6-0 at the end of the turn 3. So here we see another close-up. Yeah, this objective completely controlled by me. And again, I won the initiative 4 times in a row for the Stormcast Eternals, so I go first again. And yeah, this time my point is I want to kill the Vermin Lord, so I will move the Starbake to engage with the Vermin Lord and to finish him. So the Judicators will focus the fire on the Vermin Lord, try to do as many wounds as I can, and try to finish the war between the Starbake and maybe the attacks of the Judicators. The Liberators, I will leave them alone against the Clan Rats and see if they can. Indeed, the Liberators are not doing a lot of damage, and I hope they will resist another turn. And as you can see, after the shooting, I focus the shooting mainly. So the shooting first, I use the Starbake and I use the Rain of Stars. The Rain of Stars kill the Rattling gun. He did 3 mortal wounds on the rolling gun, killing him. I did some wounds on Skvolk. I did some wounds on the, I think also on the catapult. So I did some random wounds everywhere. And then I assault the Vermin Lord, and I did. The Vermin Lord only had 3 wounds before I assault him, and I kill him after assaulting. So it was not a big deal, and the 2 Liberators are still surviving. So I accomplished my objective, that was to eliminate the Vermin Lord and keep the control in the middle of the battlefield. In the rest of the battlefield, I also have the control. I don't see any issue. I just move the prosecutors, try to engage with Skvolk, but I didn't. At the end, I did not decide to assault. I think it was a mistake. I forgot with but I don't think it was making a big change. I put the Liberators also there, try to go closer, and I'm just holding the objective at this moment with one of the characters. I don't know, with the Lord Castellan and the Lord Relictor. So the 2 characters are holding the objective and just moving the Liberators ahead and try to see if I can engage them in close combat. So here we see another picture in the middle of the battle. Yeah, the Stardvake here is doing the job. And with that, we go to the turn 4 for the Skavens. No more reinforcements for the Skavens neither. So, yeah, this how is looking like at the beginning. He decided to disengage the clan rats. Remember, the clan rats have the ability that they can assault the same turn, that they can charge the same turn that they retreat. So they can retreat and assault if they want. So yeah, he disengaged. He did some shooting. He killed my prosecutors completely in the shooting phase. And this time the mortar failed and did not manage to do wounds on my liberators. He did not assault again with the clan rats. He just kept the clan rats, as you can see there. And this time, yeah, the catapults, I don't know. At the end of between all the shooting, because there was no close combat, he just killed my prosecutors and maybe put a wound on the Stardvake. I don't remember exactly, but was not an important damage. So we go to the turn 5 for the Skaven. This in the turn 5, the Skaven at the end had one's initiative. So this is how it's looking like. Not looking very good, because then at the end of the turn 4 I scored 3 points more. So we go 9-0, and there is no way that the Skavens can win this time. So he killed the Liberators in the shooting phase with the, I think was with the catapults and with the powers. He managed to kill with the magic powers. He managed to kill the Liberators, and then decided to assault with the clan rats on the Stardvake. I guess this was more for fun than any other thing, because the Stardvake does not have any problem on dish out all this clan rat. So here we see the assault of the clan rats. And here we see what happened. So the Stardvake, I don't think I lose a single wound, and the Stardvake just killed them all. They were only, at this moment, I think they were only 10 clan rats, something like that. So not a big deal for the Stardvake to kill. I think he wanted to keep the Stardvake pin to avoid that they can assault the Plague Claws or something like that. So again, I'm holding the 3 objectives. So I will score 3 points more. So I will score at the end 12 points by objective. And this is how it's looking like a little bit the battlefield in the middle. You see that, yeah, it's now under my control. The Stardvake, yeah, and the Judicators will control the middle. We go to the turn 5 of the Stormcast Eternals. This was a very fast turn. I will move my Stardvake ahead. As you can see here, I move my Stardvake ahead, I assault the Gvaisir, and I finish the Gvaisir, and yeah, I try to do to see if I can destroy one of the catapults, but it didn't work. So at the end, the 2 Plague Claws were the only 2 survivals, and the rest were killed by the shooting and the Stardvake. So the Judicators also did a lot of damage. And the Stardvake, between the Reign of Stars, doing random mortal wounds, was softening the enemy units and then finishing them in close combat. So this was quite straightforward. I think one of the keys here was to do to do a lot of damage to the plague monks at the beginning, to control the middle of the battlefield, and have the judicators in range to be able to shoot everywhere. And yeah, and keep the control of the battlefield with the liberators, while the Stardvik was able to kill the enemies one by one. That's all. So this was a major victory for the Stormcast Eternals. I was quite happy on this how my army performed, and I think this time I did better, moving more when is needed, having the liberators in better position, and focusing more on the objective. That is something that I missed in the first battle. And yeah, and that's all for now. And you can support me just if you want to give a like, comment below, share. I welcome. So, and also you can support me in Patreon if you want. So that's all for now. I hope you find this battle report fun and interesting. And as usual, thanks a lot for watching, and see you again later. Bye.